Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to explain the 80-20 rule of social media, and I'll explain the raw truth of building and selling on social media these days. If you're a smaller creator, this is a great video for you because this video will kind of hopefully show you that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and will kind of get you in the mindset, understanding how exactly things will work when you're first starting out, or if you've just started and you're not seeing a ton of results. This video is for you. So before I get into this, in case you don't already know what the 80-20 rule is, it's essentially that 20% of your efforts are going to yield 80% of the results. So in this context of social media, it would mean that 20% of your videos are going to be getting 80% of the views that your entire profile gets. And this is just a general rule. It could be even lower. So it could be like 10% of your efforts, like 10% of your videos get you 90% of the views on your channel. So this is especially the case for smaller creators and if you're just starting out, because you haven't figured out exactly what is working, and eventually you're going to get to a point where you will post a video that will do much better than others, in which case you will be experiencing the 80-20 rule yourself. The good thing is that once you figure out what exactly works, you can double down on that and you can start getting consistent results and views from your social media accounts. So when you first start out, as I was saying before, the majority of your posts are not going to get amazing results. That's likely because you've just started out and you don't really know what you're doing, and you're just currently experimenting, trying to figure out how exactly to create your videos in a way that will drive the results that you're looking for, whether that's a ton of views or a ton of leads for your business. So you may feel like a lot of the posts that you're making are just gone to waste because they get 100 to 100 views and you get like hardly any leads for your business from it. But don't view it like that. If you're taking notes and analyzing why those videos are not doing so good, eventually you will actually make a couple posts that will do better. If you keep iterating and improving your videos, you will realize that a couple of your posts will finally pop off and you'll get a ton of the results that I was talking about, so 80% of the results. These videos will have 5 to 10x the views of your previous ones. You'll be getting tons of new followers and thousands of leads, and once you figure that out, you can start doubling down on that format and that style of video, and you can just run with it. And from there, the 80-20 rule will still apply to your account because it's just a general rule that kind of applies in all areas of life. But you will realize that you will be able to kind of consistently smooth out the results that you get so that you can create a consistent stream of new views, new followers, and new leads for your business. It can be quite misleading looking at other people's accounts because you can see that they have like a ton of followers, yet most of their videos aren't doing so good. And that is likely because they're still at the early stage and they have had a few posts that did exceptionally well as compared to their others. So I've taken this guy's profile as an example, which is a prime example of this 80-20 rule that I've been describing. He has 68,000 followers, and most of his videos, as you can see here, have about 15, 20, 10, 8, 7,000 views. Like, that's decent view count, but compared to the amount of followers he has, you may think that it doesn't really add up that he has so many followers. And I scrolled through his account and I saw that there are a few other videos that did well, but generally he's averaging around this. But you can see here that his 2 pinned posts both have over 500,000 views. These 2 posts did particularly well, which yielded him the majority of the views on his account and probably led to his large following growth that he got from just these 2 single videos alone. So now that you understand the 80-20 rule, you're probably thinking, what exactly should I be doing? And what are the next steps that I can do? Because you want to start seeing results from social media and you're currently struggling, so you don't really know what the next step will be. And to that, I'd say that the 4 keys are: first, obviously staying consistent and constantly experimenting with different kinds of videos. If you're uploading the same kind of video over and over without changing anything, whether it's the editing style, the pace, the length, the explanation, the hooks, then you're basically just doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results. So obviously it makes perfect sense that you're not getting any views because you've already proven that the previous video format doesn't really work that well for you. So that's the first thing, is to start being consistent, but make sure that you're actually experimenting and understanding what it is about each video that you're making that is making it either perform really well or not perform well at all. I kind of jumped the gun on the second point, being study what works, but really take the time to watch your videos back and look at the analytics, look at the comments, even ask friends and family or somebody in your industry to look at the videos and try to understand what is really working for you, especially for the videos that are doing really well. Because if you can pinpoint exactly what it was that allowed or caused that video of yours to do well, then you are much more likely to be able to produce consistent results in the future. The next thing I would say is make sure that you have all the systems in place to maximize the gains when you finally hit the jackpot. So what I mean by this is, if you don't already have a funnel set up in order to actually make something from the views that you get, so capturing leads for your business and eventually nurturing them and creating your own like direct line of communication, whether that's an email newsletter or email sequences or even a broadcast channel on your Instagram, you definitely want to have these set up in parallel or actually prior to posting or in the early stages of posting, so that when you eventually hit that video, like your 20% video that's going to get 80% of the results, you want to make sure that everything's set up in place. So when you actually make that video that finally pops off, you want to be able to reap the most benefits from it. And you wouldn't be able to if all of a sudden you had a video that got 1 million views and you don't have a proper ManyChat setup or like a way to capture the leads. Then that video would have almost gone to waste because you had it pop off, but you didn't have any systems in place in the back end that would actually help you take things to the next level with all the viewers that were interested in taking the next step. Lastly, once you really find what works, like I said before, just double down. Start doubling down on it and really keep pressing the same buttons in the same format that's been working for you, and just you'll start seeing that the results start to flow. A prime example of that would be somebody like Ashton Hall, who you've probably seen on your Instagram feed at some point recently, because he found out this really easy winning video format that he's been using over and over, which is his morning routine, accompanied by his videos of him training, in particular sprinting, with a team that records him on the back of a car or like a bike or something and records the videos of him doing his workouts. He's found out that this works really well and has been just doubling down, repeating the same video format over and over, and you can see that he's been getting views like 22 million, 84 million, 120 million, 386 million views. Essentially what he's done is he's been uploading for a while and he's been getting pretty good views. I'm not gonna lie, like I've seen his previous posts, they've all been performing really well, but relatively speaking, his videos before were doing 1 million views per video, but now he's pushing over 100 million views on some of his videos because he's understood what exactly gets his audience going and has understood that this video format works really well. So you have to be doing the exact same thing. Just keep posting and eventually you'll find out what works and just double down on that. And here I put a little quote from Alex Hormozi, which I love, which is volume negates luck. If you consistently upload and actually put true intention behind your videos and study what works and what doesn't, eventually you will reach a point where you're not really hoping to get lucky for your video to go viral. Rather, you're just posting and studying and failing over and over and over repeatedly until you understand what works, so that you can just double down and keep making those videos and reaping the benefits of social media. So that was a quick video of the 80-20 rule. I hope that it really resonated with you, especially if you're struggling with social media right now and you're not seeing the results that you're hoping for. Just keep at it and keep trying, and if you're really focusing on trying to find out what works, eventually you'll reach a point where you can just start rinsing and repeating a winning strategy, and you will be able to reap all the benefits that social media has to offer. If you're interested, I made a free 7-day course that'll walk you through how to get your personal brand started with the intention of getting leads flowing into your business. Just sign up with that with the first link in the description. And if you're interested in working with me directly to help grow and sell on social media, get in touch with me with the second link in the description. Just book a call and we'll get to know each other. And if I think that I can help you, I'll guarantee you your first 100 leads for your business off of social media completely risk-free, meaning that at the end of the first month of working together, if I'm not able to help you achieve that goal, I'll keep working with you completely free until we eventually hit that. I hope you found this video useful. Please consider liking and subscribing because I will be making more and more videos about how to grow and sell on social media. And of course, if you have any suggestions or any videos that you want me to make in particular, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And yeah, thanks again guys, and I will see you on the next one.